There's 60,000 people a 30-minute walk away having the most intense experience of their entire year. When you're in Seville and you're sitting in that tapas restaurant and you want to know what the staff is talking about that weekend, it's the game.
What's up, everybody? It's Andrew. Welcome to another episode of Because Football. Very excited. The big match, the Gran Derbi rivalry match of this beautiful city of Seville. What many call one of the best derbies in Spain, if not all of Europe. Really excited to meeting Paul with Groundhopper Soccer Guides. Not only did they secure tickets, and Paul gave me great context and background info for this match, so I feel really prepared.
Everybody in Seville supports one of these teams. It's the definition of like strictly personal. The most important thing is to win this game. Cab drivers, everybody, it's just Sevilla or Betis. Like you don't run into anybody. It's like, I'm into Real Madrid. Like, no. The best way I can explain it is like, if you think about an American fan base, like let's say the Pittsburgh Steelers. Imagine if there was another team in Pittsburgh. Yeah, it is the game. What we hope for, of course, is good weather, good atmosphere, good game.
Cool. Yeah, I'm so excited for it.
This to me is like a perfect example of like the probably millions of tourists that go to Seville every year. What percentage of them even understand that there is soccer there? Much less that there's two soccer teams there. While you're over here touring the, medieval cathedral and palace and all of the wonderful things in Seville, there's 60,000 people a 30-minute walk away having the most intense experience of their entire year. But the way we look at it is like, you need to know, you should try to go to the game and you should try to learn the words to that song and learn everything you can about the history of the Derby, and then we'll get you to the game because we sell tickets to both clubs.
It can be hard sometimes to touch like, okay, what's really the city like? What are the people actually like? And that's why the soccer, the football, we're going to be meeting all the average Joes, right? All the average people from Sevilla who just live for their club, whether it's in a green shirt or a red shirt, and be kind of brought into that. And our passion and love for the game is kind of our ticket of like that connection, that friendship.
No, you're right. It's the real culture of a place, and I always think it's funny when like tourists, for example, who don't care anything about, say, bullfighting, for example. But we're in Seville, we should go to bullfighting. We're in Milan, we should go see the opera, or we're in London, we should go see a play. That's all great. But if you're in Seville, you should go to a soccer game. How many things in Seville that weekend are going to have 60,000 people singing? Let's do that.
Exactly.
I'm excited.
Me too. I'm ready. Vamos! Vamos! Let's go. Because Football and Groundhopper Soccer Guides collaboration.
Let's do it.
Paul and the team at Groundhopper have been keeping me posted. They sent me an email a week ahead of time. So much information about the city, the match day experience, where to pick up tickets, tons of really good information. And then they just sent me another email today with a reminder about all those details and anything as far as transportation to and from the match, when to arrive, what time, all of those things. Very excited to hop on the bus tomorrow and get to Seville for the Gran Derbi. We'll see you guys tomorrow in Seville. After about a 4-hour bus ride from the south of Andalusia, I arrived in Seville quite early. Except for a few people in uniforms, I didn't feel much of a vibe. I looked through some of the club shops, I saw some of the sights in the old city, and then sooner or later I made it down to the neighborhood of Nervión, which is the home of Sevilla's Ramon Sánchez Pizjuán Stadium. This tile mosaic here wins for the most beautiful artistic installation I've ever seen at a football stadium, bar none. The plan was to meet Paul at his hotel. Vamos Sevilla! Vamos Sevilla! But there were barricades all around the stadium and I couldn't get through. It was a sign of the severity of the day. I decided to change course and I visited the Sevilla fan march with some of their ultras. After spending some time there, I moved back towards the stadium, and once the Betis bus passed through security, they opened the streets back up. I was able to chat with some Sevilla fans and get their thoughts on the day.
Well, today is a special day because we live this match like no other, like our breath. Our own breath.
El mayor partido de fútbol de Sevilla. Esto es rivalidad.
¿De Sevilla o de España?
Del mundo.
Paul's here. We found each other. We got through the barricades. The police couldn't stop us. We can't miss the stadium.
They're the kings of the Europa League.
Kings of the second tier,
Exactly.
right? Like, and we got upgraded.
VIP. Magnifico.
Okay.
Vale, gracias.
We'd found the correct gate. We made our way up to the lounge. We got something to drink for a refreshment and a little bit to eat as well. All right, we're just finishing the hospitality lounge. See if we can catch the tail end of this warm up here. And then came the moment we've been waiting for, to see the field and to feel the energy. We found our seats in the VIP section, not so far from the Sevilla Ultras, so we were in a great position to hear their chants and songs throughout the match.
There you go.
Lyrics ready. So after an incredible rendition of the club song, the match was officially underway. It didn't take very long for us to see some fireworks. But unfortunately, the goal did not stand and it stayed at 0-0. There were some moments on the field, but the best part was just taking in the full experience from all the fans singing and chanting in the stands. Here we go with the flamenco clapping for the song, 42nd, trying to raise the spirits of the team one last time. At halftime, the match was 0-0 without too much to show for it. I headed to the VIP lounge to grab something to eat, and then at the beginning of the second half, the real drama started.
Penalty.
Wow. Literally 2 minutes into the second half. Crazy. All right, we got the pen now. And this time the goal stood. It was official, 1-0 for Sevilla against their cross-city rivals Betis. After the goal, there was more than 10 minutes of singing and chanting as the Sevilla fans lorded it over Betis.
About to get an appearance from Jesus Navas, Sevilla legend. This is his final derby at home at the Sanchez Pizjuan in his career. Sent off, but applauded off. The Sevillans appreciate his performance. Now, 7 minutes of extra time.
The last 7 minutes of extra time were brutal. Not only was there a red card that Sevilla had to contend with, but it was just so close as Betis had the ball in their end. But eventually, Sevilla ended up the 1-0 winners, able to take home the bragging rights for the Gran Derbi and be the champions of the city.
One half of Sevilla is going to be very, very happy tonight. I mean, honestly, it's not that far off from some kind of celebration you'd expect from winning a trophy.
Game quality on the pitch.
B minus.
Yeah,
For me.
yeah, there were some moments. Awesome atmosphere. I think my favorite part was after the penalty. And then for like those 10 minutes afterwards, it was like wild.
The whole stadium is bouncing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, pretty awesome at the Gran Derbi in Sevilla. Here we are the day after the match of the Gran Derbi. You can hear my voice is a little hoarse from the screaming and the singing. Club song was sending chills up my spine, giving me the chicken skin, as they say, or goosebumps. It was great to meet Paul, spend time with him, and see more of what Groundhopper Soccer Guides is able to offer tourists and soccer fans alike at various cities and so many clubs around Europe and the UK. So if you come to Seville, I can recommend both Betis and Sevilla. The packages that Groundhopper is able to provide with those tickets, like great views anywhere. I think the lounge in itself was fine. The food options weren't great. You did get free drinks with it. I didn't really love the fact that there was no windows. I kind of feel like there's a barrier between you and kind of the energy of what's happening in the stadium by the pitch. So I didn't love that, but it was nice to kind of have that option if you needed a little break or wanted to retire during halftime or something like that. And I think otherwise the big value is definitely the quality of the seats, the location, like being so close to the field. Great spot there. Can highly recommend it. Seville has so much to offer, but definitely make sure if you're here, check out the football. I appreciate Paul and the Groundhopper team for supporting me and making this experience a reality. Fantastic times, really loved it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share it with a friend. Appreciate you all very much. Muchas gracias. Ciao.